Richie, well done. That feel like a big 3 points for you?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, off the back of 2 away games in 4 days, 4 points. Obviously, a long journey back now, but extremely hard work from the players. Obviously, we went with fresh legs, and no, I thought the lads were excellent. Look, we were a little bit slow starting, but obviously talked about a few things at half time, and I thought we were by far the better team in the second half.
What was your sort of overall assessment of the performance then?
I thought we deserved to win the game. I thought it should have been more comfortable. Obviously, the goal's disappointing. I thought in the first half, without creating a great deal of chances, I know Joe pulled off a good save in the first half, but obviously we changed the shape a little bit. Tried to be a little bit more positive at the top of the pitch by having more numbers, and so the first half, wasn't great, but it was a good away 45 minutes, and I thought the second half we should have won the game comfortably.
Let's talk about David McGoldrick then. He's got 24 goals now this season. The first one, it reminded me in a sort of way the Morecambe free kick at Pride Park, where it's laid off and you'd back him from that distance, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, like, in fairness to him and Connor, they obviously work that little free kick themselves, and like, if you want somebody on the end of that, then you want it to be David, don't you? So yeah, I thought he was excellent. I don't know what, is it 4 in 3 or something he's got now, so a fantastic run and a good effort from him. In fairness, he played 90 minutes in a away game the other day, and near on 90 minutes again today, so pleased for him that those goals keep racking up.
And the second one, great composure as well.
Yeah, well, an excellent finish. No one's saving that, and he's one of the few players probably in this division that has the composure and the ability to, in a crowded 18-yard box. I can't remember who it was that picked him out, but to put it in the bottom corner. So, and the second goal was always going to be important. They were going to throw things at us in the second half, so the second goal was always going to be important. Luckily, it fell to him.
And it was also important because you let them back in the game, which I imagine is the only sort of frustration from the night.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest frustration. Other than the first half, Joe's save from the header, I don't think there really was that many shots on target. There was a lot of huffing and puffing, which you'd expect away from home against a team who really, again, a bit like Bristol we talked about earlier, got nothing to play for, so they can play free. So it was always, they were always going to get something out of the game, but it was just disappointing because we go another 5 or 10 minutes and I think the game would just fizzled out.
But they did get back into it, but you hung in there and you saw it out, which is another test of sort of character and resilience, because you've been tested in different ways lately. Yeah,
well, I have to say, off the back of we've spoke a lot about the disappointment of the penalty at the weekend, and obviously we could have been stood here now with 6 points, but it was important that the players didn't go into the game feeling sorry for themselves. We all were obviously disappointed, but in fairness to their character, not only to pick themselves up and come here and win, but to hang in for the last 10 or 15 minutes shows how hard they are prepared to work together. The subs came on and played a part as well, so like I say, I think on Saturday morning, would we have taken 4 points from 2 away games with 2 home games coming? I think we probably would.
Well, you answered my next question. I was going to say you would have taken 4 points. There were 2 tricky away games.
Yeah.
You've now got back-to-back home games against Burton and Portsmouth. It's a real opportunity just to continue this bit of momentum now, because I know in some ways people may not feel like it's momentum, but you're 4 unbeaten now.
Yeah. Well, we set ourselves a bit of a target a couple of weeks ago and said roughly what we thought we needed to try and get in the playoffs, and all we can do is look after ourselves. I think one of the results went for us tonight, but we can't affect that. We can do what we need to do, and like you say, we've given ourselves a chance with back-to-back home games now, that probably within the next 10 days we'll have a fair idea of what our fate's going to be.
And just lastly, word on the fans, you've got 1,300 come at an unbelievably long distance on a Tuesday night, and they were brilliant all the way through. Yeah, I mean, not just a long distance on a Tuesday night, the fact that they obviously, there were most of their people, I would imagine, because of them type of people, would have been here on Saturday, at Bristol on Saturday, so massive, and it was important for us kicking towards our fans in the second half that, they gave the lads energy, encouraged them to keep pressing. They've been excellent away from home. Obviously at home it's great, but away from home they've been excellent all season, and to think about coming here on a Tuesday night, whatever it is, 4 hours or something, is amazing. So hopefully they'll stay with us, and like I say, 2 big home games.